moments.
Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's All You Can Geek Moviecast, episode 491. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gast, joined by Mike Snee.
What's up?
Corey Feinside.
Yo.
And Tony Korkanakis.
Hello.
And for you guys on the call, Skype has told me I have to legally tell you I'm recording this call. Welcome, listeners and viewers, to our Moviecast 491. Man, it's a strange world out there. It's been busy weeks for me. But this weekend I had a 2-night event that I got to watch. It was Wrestlemania.
Mm-hmm.
And as in a world of no sports, I don't know why, I just really enjoyed that. I guess more than normal.
There's something to look forward to that's live that was happening, which isn't. There's nothing.
It wasn't
like
live
that right now.
It was
well
aired for the first time concurrently.
technically.
Yes. First time we were experiencing it.
So did you enjoy those gimmick matches?
I actually liked the Undertaker's match.
Yeah, I've heard some people hated it.
No, I hated the Fiend's match.
Yeah, well,
And people loved that one. And that was like, I thought that was ridiculous. So there was not announced wrestling.
I didn't watch either of those. I just heard about it. The only match I watched completely was, the 3-minute long further burying of one of my favorite past wrestlers in Goldberg.
Yeah, well, I mean, he shouldn't have been back anyways. Just retire and call it a night. Call it a career, man. Just why come back? Like I said that to begin with. I was happy, but I knew he was losing the belt during the match.
When that was kind of something with Lesnar originally. That was all right. But he seems ridiculous when he loses cleanly now all the time. He's lost his whole deal.
Well, who's next thing doesn't really fly when it's you that's next.
Yeah.
You're saying it.
Yeah. I mean, the problem was the bright side of things is I did not want Roman Reigns to win the belt, so I'm happy it's Braun Strowman here, but because I knew he was winning it.
It was surprising though because people thought Goldberg would retain then for Roman Reigns later, but I guess not.
I thought maybe there was a chance of that, but I was not surprised when he lost to Braun Strowman. I'm happy that Braun Strowman has it, except for he just recently went on record on his Twitter and Instagram account saying that amateur wrestler, the people who are indie wrestlers, he calls them indie wrestlers, who can't make it in the business should just quit because if they complain about not making money, they should just give up.
I'm down with that.
So that caused a big stir.
He is a little bit of the old school type, just a real big dude.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, but I thought the event was actually really well done. Considering what they had to work with. No fans. It's weird not having fans in wrestling. I think we've talked about that before. The Kevin Owens Seth Rollins match was excellent. I really loved that match. The Street Profits match I really enjoyed quite a bit as well. I feel like their biggest matches though were not great. That's all. So did you watch it? Anybody else or no?
I already told you what I saw.
That event, man. Sporting event. We're not gonna get sports for 3 months.
I saw 1 out of 3 good spears from Goldberg, and that was my extent of my entertainment from WrestleMania. 1 out of 3 was good.
I don't know.
Man, I got my Overwatch League this weekend, so I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. I will say after this call tonight, I'm going to watch the SNY stream on YouTube of the Mets game because they got their actual Gary, Keith, and Ron are doing the commentary for the game now on YouTube. So they actually got their actual announcers to go onto YouTube and comment on MLB The Show when they're simulating a game. So I thought it's awesome. It's so real to life, man. I watched one game, and I watched Edwin Diaz come in, bottom of the 9th against the Nationals, blow the save, and then the Mets lost to a walk-off home run by Juan Soto in the bottom of the 12th. I'm like, this is so accurate.
Right? Sounds realistic. I mean, I don't know much about baseball, but
you've heard me talk.
It's based on you and Nick, and yeah, exactly.
It's so accurate. So I was laughing. I was talking to Nick actually about this because I was chatting with him a couple of days, checking in with him, and I was saying it's interesting and he should check it out. I mean, you can get as angry at that team game, that fake team as you would your normal team because they make the same stupid mistakes.
It's just a simulation,
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I don't remember the guy's name. It was a race car driver doing one of those races, and he actually got in trouble because he rage quit playing this because like he got in a crash in the game and he's just like, this is fucking bullshit, and he rage quit, and he actually, I think he lost a sponsor because of it. And this is a real race car driver, doing this, and he just, the rage is real. Like, welcome to our world, real athletes.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
this is what happens.
Esports, despite the fact you can't meet in the for Overwatch League, you can't have those live event things. The esports are doing great. There's more attention there. There's gambling going on for esports. I mean, it's crazy now.
Yeah, I mean, Twitch is experiencing the highest viewership ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the newly legalized sports betting sites are moving on to the esports now because that's it.
Yeah. So, sorry, my cat I think just ran into my door. Sorry. If anybody else heard that, I really think my cat just head first ran into the door. Anyways, no, I don't know. It's a different world. I mean, I've had to go out the last 2 days out there, so it's been interesting. Different contrastings of people, and there's a lot of stuff I want to watch. Like, I didn't get to watch Onward yet, but it's out there.
Watch it too.
Disney Plus, and I'm trying to think of what else I saw. Like, the WrestleMania thing was the big event for me for the 2 nights. During the week, I'm literally working 24/7, so it's tough to watch something. I finished up Picard, which was fantastic. Loved it. Really, really loved the finale. I was almost like, oh shit, are they actually going to do this in the show? And then they didn't go all the way through with it. So I'm like, kind of smiling. Like, I'm like, okay, you guys didn't have the balls to do it, but I'm like, I'm happy you didn't have the balls to do it. So, that's good. But
dude, you spoiling it? You spoiling it right now? Okay.
No, that's a vague comment of everything. So yeah, but I really enjoyed it. Looking forward to seeing what they do next season. If they're,
so he lives. Jeez, thanks, man. Thanks.
Possibly or possibly not.
It would be weird to have a show called Picard and not have Picard.
It would be, but there's a possibility he dies. So. And I expect his character to eventually die. I do. I think at the end of this series, all kidding aside, I do expect his character to actually.
Well, I mean, at some point, he's been Captain Picard for what, 30 years?
Yeah, like Mike had said though, like his interest in revisiting this character because of Logan is awesome. Like, because he does have that aged character now. It's probably almost 30 years easily. Because it was 1989 probably that show came out. So yeah, that's 30 years, over 30 years. And so, I mean, he's a much older person now. And so his character has aged with him. And I think he portrays the character, almost exactly where you expect him to go. Like I said, they had the finale of Star Trek: The Next Generation, had him as an old character. And he is basically embodying what he portrayed then, now. And it's so well done. Like, it's excellent. So. Really enjoyed that, but that's really it for me. Corey, anything for you?
I just watched Harley Quinn season 2, episode 1.
Okay.
And it's good. It's interesting. Obviously, you're gonna want to watch season 1 because the way season 2 picks up kind of follows right after the end of season 1. Okay. So I don't want to spoil anything, but I like what they did with it. And so
are they doing 1 episode a week?
Pretty much. Yep.
Ugh.
Yeah, it takes a little while.
Yeah, it's the slow burn ones.
Because the show is great though. Season 1 was fantastic.
Are these half-hour shows?
Yeah.
See, for that, that's kind of unacceptable. When it's like an hour-long show, like I'm okay with these streaming sites doing it weekly because I'm kind of over the whole like binging thing a little bit. And it worked for Mandalorian. I thought it was a good thing. Yeah, that sort of week-to-week conversation.
You get the conversation pieces that we used to have with like Game of Thrones, and Battlestar Galactica.
But for like an animated thing that's a half hour each episode, I don't know if that's necessary.
Yeah, it seems excessive. Because the thing is, I want to watch that show, and I want to watch Young Justice, even though I haven't heard much buzz about it.
I heard watching it. It's good though. I heard it was good. It's just it's on a platform nobody really uses.
I really think that this platform is going to merge with HBO. I really do.
It's got to.
Yeah.
No, it's got to.
Yeah. It's funny you mentioned that because I went ahead and got it.
Nice. There you go.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, I realized that I thought it wasn't available on any consoles, but it's available on the Xbox, which I have now. So I'm like, all right. And because I was looking at Disney Plus, I'm like, there's nothing here anymore for me. Like, I mean, I did watch another episode of X-Men Evolution, and at some point I'll maybe rewatch, the animated series and a couple of the Spider-Man episodes, but that's about it for me for Disney Plus until we get some new content, which we're not getting for a little bit here. So, and then I just looked at what was available for DC Universe, and I haven't seen all of the original animated series all the way through in order, like, since it was new. So I'm like, all right, there's always that. And then I'm like, and then my other friend, I know you said Titans was decent, Corey. Did you see it too, Jim?
Jim saw it. Yeah.
Saw
Titans.
Yeah.
My other friend who I got into Legion, and we talked about that a bit, he saw Titans and he raved about it. So I'm like, all right, I think I'm going to probably watch this too. And then, like, I do, obviously, Young Justice, and I'm adding this up here. I'm like, this is way more.
I think you'd like Doom Patrol, honestly.
Doom Patrol was surprisingly fun. Like,
yeah, I mean,
you got to get, it's campy, but it likes its camp. Like, it's basically plays on it.
That would be later in it for me. So there's all this stuff. So I went ahead and got it for like a year.
A year? You committed to a year, dude?
With all that stuff?
You definitely get a discount, right?
I've basically been paying for it month to month because they gave me the yearly rate month to month somehow.
Oh, okay.
They haven't changed it on me. I'm paying. Well, what do you pay, Mike, for the year? I pay $4 a month.
It was like 70 something.
See, I'm paying less. I got $4 a month. No, I'm paying less. I got it for $4 a month, so I haven't canceled my subscription because they never changed the rate. It was only supposed to be for like 3 months of subscription at $4, but they've never changed the amount that they're billing me. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm leaving it at this rate. So they're getting me to pay for it. I have watched it on occasion during the months, but like not like, Mike, what you're doing right now where you're kind of diving into stuff. I haven't done that.
I mean, although like this time for me is I have like an extra hour a night. So it's not like a whole lot of extra time for me, but there's time, and I'm curious about stuff. I'm looking for new things, obviously, right now.
Have you checked out any of the comics on there?
I haven't yet. I'm going to see, because I don't even know how that's presented exactly on this, but I'm going to give it a look. But so one of the first things we did, we actually decided to look at the old, like, Schuster, like, 40s, like, animated Superman thing, just to get a sense of it. And it's pretty funny. So we watched a little... I don't know how long it was. It wasn't too long, but I don't know how much of that, but that's kind of a joke to say. I'm surprised, and it looks like it's going to get like outrageously racist soon. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah,
looking forward to that. And then, so me and Ashley, you know how we appreciate bad movies. Mm-hmm. So I told her, "Oh, look, this is a bad movie," and she's like, "Let's watch it." I'm like, okay. So we watched the Batman and Harley Quinn movie.
Oh God.
No.
So yeah, the thing that bothers me the most about it is they got, Conroy and the guy who was the original Dick Grayson from the animated series. They got those voice actors back to do this thing.
What's weird is like the chick from Big Bang Theory is Harley Quinn. In
the other
movie.
one.
Katie
No, well, she's Harley Quinn in the new Harley Quinn show.
The new Harley.
But the other girl from Big Bang Theory is Harley Quinn in this movie.
Melissa.
Yeah, and honestly, her voice is closer to Harley Quinn, really. But either way, it tries so hard to be funny, and I'd say 95% of the time it falls flat. And then maybe 5% is like, oh, that's funny. I actually like the epilogue thing. That was one of the funnier parts to me, the talk show or whatever that she did. But it was some. I mean, it could have been good if they kept it more seriously. If they took it more seriously instead of tried so hard to be funny.
I don't know what they were doing for this. I don't know what they were I don't know where they were aiming for this.
They're aiming for Harley fans who want to be funny, honestly.
But it was for kids, though, where this new Harley show is for adults.
This wasn't for kids either. This is PG-13. This is the one with a borderline rape of Nightwing.
Oh, that's
that's this one. No, he's right.
Yeah, this this wasn't really for kids.
Yeah, I don't know. It was all over DC animation. I used to really love their stuff, and it just seems like
I am looking forward to seeing some of the older ones. I know that a lot of them have been. mediocre recently. Like there's Gaslight, there's that like a ninja one, and then there's the new version of Hush, which I know you saw and you weren't happy with how they changed it. I'm curious to see that too if I get to it. So there's stuff for me to watch, but we started pretty low, but it's all right. There's a lot there, so
can go up from there.
Yeah, so that's about it though. I watched that so far, so but it's very interesting, and it'll take me some time to get through everything. So that's why I did it here.
Okay, Tony.
Let's see. On Netflix, I started watching this documentary called Pandemic that they released in January, I think.
Oh,
which is like super crazy.
Yeah.
Because like literally, it's this documentary that follows stories of different scientists all over the world that are dedicated to trying to prevent pandemics and outbreaks and come up with new vaccines and stuff like that. And it's just so weird because it's like when they dropped it in January, it's like, it's like interesting. And then like the stuff they talk about, they're like, we're not ready, we're not prepared, this and the other thing. And it's like, like if only we had listened, maybe this could have been avoided or,
that's
so yeah. But it's crazy. I mean, it's good. It's interesting because they talk about all these things. And so like the one scientist, I forget his name, but he has like this startup that they're trying to develop a like permanent cure for the flu. And his like theory is like talking about how, every year they make a best guess on like what they think is going to be like the most common strand or whatever like that, and they try to fight that. And then, but by the next year, it evolves or mutates into something differently, a different strand, and you have to get another shot and another shot and another shot every year. So they're like, well, what if we could just take all this data from the last like 100 years and use this like algorithm basically to calculate, hey, like this would be a cure for like 99% of flu strands forever, and you could like get it within like a couple shots and stuff like that. So it's really fascinating, like some of the stuff that people are doing, and just, especially now, it's like, all right, like I need some good news right now, where it's like they talk about some different stuff. There's some bad news, don't get me wrong, there's definitely some bad news, but it's kind of nice to see that the people that are trying to help in this kind of situation, because I don't think we get to see a lot of that right now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But that's the kind of downer stuff. On the upper stuff, I got a couple Blu-rays because Target has a buy two get one free sale this week.
Oh, cool.
So I bought both the Jumanji movies and Bumblebee for like $30 on
Good
Blu-ray
stuff.
with digital code. So I watched the first Jumanji movie yesterday. You know what? You guys were right. Like that was a solid movie. I cannot. I can't even criticize
Absolutely.
it.
Yeah.
I cannot criticize it at all.
It takes all the tropes from video games that you would like want in this film and like implements them very well. So
Yep.
Yeah, and you know what? I have to say, like, it's kind of funny seeing The Rock play. Like, I actually think he had to act obviously a bit different.
He's a good actor,
right? He's a good actor, but that's the thing. You never get to see that range. It's really like big, macho, muscular, tough guy.
He's got a very like. He's got a presence on screen, which made him a great wrestler. So like, because like people gravitate towards him. He has a great personality. He's like just a fun person to watch. And then in this, exactly. And in this film, he it fits the role really well because he can just play this.
I mean, I think they all like really embodied.
Oh yeah, Jack Black
embodied their characters. Yeah.
Jack Black did a great job and stuff like that. Yeah. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. Eagerly watching the second one. I'll do that probably at some point this week. And have they announced officially a third one? Like, I don't know how the second one ends.
That is in the news. Well, I didn't post it. I forgot to, but they are working on. It's in the early stages right now.
Okay.
They're calling it Jumanji 4 because they are counting the first movie as part of the universe.
Okay, there you go, and that's cool. I like that.
A cameo from the original film in the second film.
Oh, that's cool. All right, I'll have to watch out for that and stuff. But that's pretty much all I've been up to.
Yeah, no, it's those movies are. I'm really happy to hear they're working on another one. I mean, obviously everything right now is, who knows when that's going to come out and get made. But I'm trying to think what else I had watched. I had an idea. Like I thought about during Mike's conversation, and I was like, oh wait,
did you ever finish Castlevania?
No, I didn't even start Castlevania. I don't even have Netflix right now. I know. I honestly don't have time right now, anyways, with this work stuff, man. It's been video games when I have free time because that's the most unwinding. Like that's the best unwinding cure is video games.
No. I totally understand. I'm with you on that one. It's just like it's weird because I thought like 3 weeks ago you're like, yeah, I'm gonna watch it this weekend. It's like
no, it didn't happen. I was like,
did you watch it?
No, my subscription ran out also.
Yeah, I'm gonna get back to it, but I've been watching a crap ton of Simpsons. Like, obviously, we had our conversation last week of the list we made, and man, season 4. I'm going through season 4 right now. It is so damn good. The monorail episodes in that season.
Monorail.
Yeah. Holy crap! I mean, Homer's triple bypass episode. I mean, that was like he pulls into the mechanic's garage and he's like, I keep hearing this weird sound. He's like, I think that's your ticker, sir. And he's like, oh, I thought it was something serious. And he drives off. And the little kids with the mechanic there is going, where's he going, Dad? He's like, he's going to that nice mechanic shop in the sky, son. It's really good. It was really good. So I don't know. I'm really enjoying season 4. And like I looked ahead at season 5 at the episode titles. I'm like, this is what I was talking about last week when we did that list of top 5s. Mm. Like this is the golden era of Simpsons. And if you do what it came out in 87, so season 4 is 19.
I think it actually came out in 89, didn't it?
Oh, maybe.
Simpsons. I think Turtles.
No, I thought it was 87. Oh, maybe I'm thinking Turtles. Maybe
Maybe 89 or 90, I think, was Simpsons.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe you're right. 80. Where is it? 89. December 17th, 1989 it premiered.
Yeah,
so
pretty almost 90, yeah.
Excellent show. All right, let's get in some news here. We've got some good news here. Shazam 2 starting set to film this year. Still not getting delayed at the moment to film. So I'm psyched that they're making a sequel to this movie because DC actually made a good movie that needs a sequel finally here. I feel like,
I liked it a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can cross over with whatever The Rock's doing with Black Adam. I think you can finally start to cross that over a little bit there and have your own little mini DC universe there.
Is that happening still?
I don't know. He's still attached. He still says it's being he released promo artwork like a couple months ago.
Yeah,
on his Twitter page.
Seems like everything's probably
we don't. It's all. Now. We also don't know what's coming back. I mean, some of the news I have on here is Disney. Bob, is it Iger? Did we figure that one out?
Go with Iger.
He came out talking about what they're doing with their parks, with everything like that, with everything they have. But the biggest thing for us that he talked about was that their movie slate, they could see them bringing more of these movies that were originally for the theaters into Disney Plus. Nothing that nothing like a Marvel movie, but stuff that they were, going to release that they're questioning now.
New Mutants.
I would not think New Mutants is going to hit Disney Plus. There's no way it's going to Disney Plus. You got to get the other X-Men movies on there first. It hit Hulu before it hit Disney Plus.
Okay, I mean, yeah, you're right. It probably hit Hulu. I'm just saying it's not getting released in theaters. We've been saying this for years, but this is the one that's gonna put it in the grave permanently.
Yeah. I gotta stick to my guns. I gotta say it's coming out.
Artemis Fowl's coming to Disney Plus now, which is cool.
Well, I mean, what is that? Isn't that Homeward or that Wild? What was that? No, shit.
Call of the Wild.
Call of the Wild. Thank you.
Yeah.
That should have been
That's coming out early now.
Yeah, because it wasn't good anyway.
Yeah, but Onward has been doing very well in Disney Plus.
Yeah, I meant to post that link.
Yeah, their numbers are way up for viewership for that. It's like generating conversations finally. Was that the first time I froze, guys?
Yeah, first time.
It's not too bad.
Like I was saying, Disney Plus is in need of new content right now, so I think all these will do good once they pop up in there.
Yeah. I think that's I don't know. It's you're home right now. That's what you're gonna watch.
No, I know. I thought the headline was shocking. They're shocking. Not surprising when they said, "Oh, Onward's doing fantastic on Disney Plus." I'm like, yeah, no shit. Nobody's going to the theater. It's like, so what else are they gonna do with it?
It was released in between this entire time. Like the pandemic wasn't officially out there yet, but it was on the rise. So it's like that's already producing fear for a lot of people. So. All right, let's see what else we have here in news. Marvel Phase 4 slate. Let's go. You guys want to go over that yet? Yeah, I guess that's what we got. We could talk about Ezra Miller choking a woman.
Yeah,
there's so much weirdness about this though. Like I don't even know how to say anything
weird.
About it.
They've updated they updated the report. Confirmed.
There's realistic fights in the WrestleMania though.
Yeah, but he has not disputed this at all. Like, there's nobody coming out saying this was a
First of
joke.
all, why are they even at a bar? Like, is
That's true.
Iceland not quarantined or anything? Like,
Iceland apparently is not quarantined. They're an island, and they don't care who comes there. Like, they're up there. They're away from this whole thing. Pandemic-proof Iceland.
Right.
I don't know. It's just a weird video. I don't know what's going on. And I kind of don't even care because he can come or go. He's irrelevant to me anyway.
Yeah. I'm fine with him leaving if they could redesign the Flash based off of that because I hated his costume.
Oops, sorry, guys.
I hated the Flash outfit in that movie. That was terrible. He's wearing armor.
Jim is the biggest Flash fan on the show, so.
It looks terrible. The 90s suit looked way better, and that's from the 90s.
Yeah. It looked like, I don't know.
And from a TV show, mind you.
Weird thing. I don't know what to think of this, but I don't care.
All right, let's go over the Marvel slate here. Let's get this opened. They had to delay things for the first time since 2010. Black Widow is the only Marvel movie going to be released this year. That's November 6th of 2020. I hope we're back in theaters at that point, right?
I would think that the theaters will be open, but who knows how many people will be going.
Yeah, I mean, until we have a vaccine, it's going to be very being very mindful of where you're going. I've heard reports that we might have stadium access possibly in September, October. That's I don't know. That's pretty big.
Well, Trump did promise the NFL that,
Yeah.
We'll be back in August, guys. Don't worry. Everything will start on time.
Yep.
Yeah. So we've got, Black Widow is the only movie this year being released from Marvel. The Eternals is now February 12th, 2021, which is a movie that I don't know why, but I feel like I don't have a lot of hype for this, but I feel like it's the exact same feeling I had with the first Guardians movie. Yes, the exact same feeling.
So I think that there's a big difference with like all of the actor names attached to this, though.
The biggest difference for me is I knew who James Gunn was, and I thought that he made some pretty good films before. I have no idea about this director.
Who was attached to Guardians of the Galaxy that was a big name?
Chris Pratt was pretty.
No, he wasn't. That was his breakout.
Chris Pratt was
his breakout movie, but he was well known from Parks and Rec.
He was known.
Yeah,
I would say.
But obviously, he was definitely a big movie.
This one is like almost like an Ocean's 11 type deal here.
Oh yeah, it's got Angelina Jolie, Salma Hayek. Yeah, I'll give you that. The non-Gianni guy is I've seen him around so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's where Jon Snow's in this. What's his name?
Rob Stark.
Yeah. Is he in this? Oh yeah, he is. Holy crap! There he is, right in the cover. So Shang-Chi has been moved to the summer. So May 7th movie, which I think is awesome. I don't know why, but I'm pretty psyched for that movie. I think because I'm looking forward to some Mandarin stuff, right? Hopefully. I'm hoping we're getting Mandarin.
Mandarin, yeah.
Like, I don't know. I was like so psyched. I think that's why I didn't like Iron Man 3 so much, because it was such a letdown from the whole thing for that. You know, like
I was expecting the Mandarin.
Yeah. That, and I was expecting like a real Mandarin villain, and it was a fake thing, you know?
Yeah.
So, interesting. That's going to be May 7th. So there's going to be, let's see, 1, 2, and then Spider-Man 3, July 16th, 2021.
They should avoid that title.
What's that?
Spider-Man 3. I don't think a movie wants to be called Spider-Man 3.
Well, it's not going to be.
It won't be. It'll be called Spider-Man.
I know.
No.
It'll be something with home in it.
Yeah. Spider-Man Homeroom.
Spider-Man Homeward Bound.
Yeah.
So that's July 16th. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is November 5th. So we're getting 4 Marvel MCU movies, three actual Marvel Studios movies, and 1 Sony in 2021, which is pretty full. I mean, that's a heck of a slate
when
next
do
year,
we
guys.
Start getting the Marvel television shows on Disney Plus? That's this year still.
That's the problem.
We're getting Bucky and Falcon.
So what they're hoping for,
Wasn't everything pushed back indefinitely now?
Everything's on hold indefinitely, but they were in the middle of filming all of that to the point where they're mostly through it. So when they get back, if we can get back to like some sort of normalcy back in September, October, we could still possibly see it at the end of the year, possibly. I don't think they're going to rush at that. I think everything that we're looking at here, Marvel TV-wise, I think it starts January. I really do. I think it's going to be January releases. Just if you look at editing, post, and stuff like that, I mean, filming. I mean, I don't know. That's why we're not going to get any fall TV. Like, we're not going to get these new shows that they were planning on having because when are they going to film them? Like, they're not going to start filming at least for, who knows? Like, the best case scenario, start filming in August. Best case.
Yeah.
So, 2022, Thor: Love and Thunder.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I mean, it's way out there.
Natalie Portman, Thor.
Yep.
Especially now that Guardians are going to be in it too, right?
Mm-hmm. Thor and the Guardians. Black Panther 2 finally, in May 8th of 2022. Captain Marvel, July 8th of 2022. And that's what we have listed for their Phase 4. So, where do we see mutants falling, guys?
Never.
I'm going to ask you.
They're gone now, I think. They're also delayed indefinitely.
I think we get them in Doctor Strange.
That seems like a strange fit, but I see the idea of like a multiverse stuff thing happening there, but I don't know. I don't like the idea of like such a sci-fi concept being introduced with a multiverse.
Because Scarlet Witch is attached to that movie, I feel like this is where they're going to retcon in some sort of genetic thing with her instead.
I don't know. Maybe.
I just where it would make sense, and none of these movies really make all that much sense. Maybe Black Panther, but I don't. Like, depends on what they're doing.
Yeah, he could start dating Storm. He'd be like, "Hey, this is Storm. Yeah. She's part of the X-Men. The X who?"
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what they could do is how in the later comics, when they were starting to be phased out, they could really make the number of actual mutants very small, like hundreds on the face of the earth. So that could explain why no one's ran into them yet. But so you don't need like this all universe hopping nonsense. But we'll see what they do. That would be my approach. Be like hundreds on the planet. But
we'll see.
Captain Marvel, like you guys were saying. So
Captain Marvel was the rumor for Wolverine, but
I think that was just someone grasped at a straw.
Could have been. But I mean, 22. They will 100% introduce mutants before the end of Phase 4. It's just a matter of where. There's no way they leave them out of Phase 4. You don't get this property and not use it. It's a money pot waiting to happen.
But do you get Fantastic Four before the X-Men?
They're not the money pot.
The thing is that again, they probably wanted to like build up or have a plan. At this point now, everything is sort of on hold that they already had planned through that time. So I'm not sure where they're going to fit in here.
I really think, like I said, the multiverse is the best spot for it. Captain Marvel would work a little bit, I guess. You could do the Eternals, an ancient like mutant kind of thing, like Apocalypse. Done. Call it a day. A real Apocalypse. Come on, guys.
I know.
Not what we got. Not Ivan Ooze or whatever he was in. That's what he looked like.
No,
from Power Rangers. He looked just like that guy from Power Rangers. All right. Anyways, I think that's it for the news. So we're good. That's going to wrap up 491 of the Moviecast. Thanks for tuning in. You can write us at podcast@allyoucangeek.net. Follow us on Twitter, allyoucangeek. Like us on Facebook. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button and the like button. We appreciate it. See you guys next week. We'll have more topics for you coming your way. We're doing another top 5 list coming up. Actually, continuing on for the 90s, I guess, or a little later. So we'll get that figured out. So look for us next week. Thanks.